recorded. Sorry. So these territorial forces, um, you know, every region or every place, every country, every state, every district, every village, every place has got a territorial force, and these forces do not harm individuals, but what it does is they have their own characteristics. And when their presence comes in, people kind of experience certain manifestations and they kind of get feared. And some, not just fear, there are a lot of things that you should know. Now, let's say, for example, a man is driving a car from Bangalore to a particular location, from one place to the other place, yeah? So let's say from Bangalore to Salem, you have a distance of about 200 plus kilometers. In these 200 plus kilometers, you have territories. So every territory will have a territorial force which is in charge of that place. Okay, you need to understand kings and principalities and a lot of other things. There are certain areas on the roads which are termed as accident prone. Those accident prone areas are not because people are careless during that place. It's because there is a territorial force existing in that particular region which makes people go rash and go careless and go disrespectful to each other, and that's how they get into the accidents. One aspect. Now there are, people kind of complain, people kind of say, well, when we drive in the mornings, we mostly don't feel that sleepy. But when we, drive at night, we kind of feel sleepy. The actual aspect is you feel sleepy in places where there are these territorial forces, these territorial demons who are connected to sleep, slumber, spirits of slumber. The demons that are connected to the spirits of slumber. So what happens is you might have had a very good sleep from 12 in the afternoon to 8 at night, and then you took your car out. But by the time it is 10:30 and you reached a particular point, and now you're not feeling sleepy, but your eyes are closing automatically when you drive through. The problem is not with you. When you reach that place where you have the presence of that territorial force, which is nothing but the spirit of slumber connected to those territorial demons, they apply a pressure on you so that you go sleep. You may not be sleepy, but your eyes will automatically close. How do you escape them? Okay, that's a good question. Let me answer that. So, especially when you are on a drive, on a long distance drive, and when you feel sleepy, right, when your eyes are dozing off, you see it's a force that is being acted upon you. Now, you're sitting in front of me. Now, let's say, for example, I come in and I bring what do you call a fan, a table fan, and I keep it in front of you, and I swing it on full speed, on maximum speed. What would happen to you is your eyes would automatically tend to close. You would not be able to resist the wind that comes your way. People kind of relate and say, well, when you're driving, the wind is against your eye. That's why you're sleepy. No, it's not. That's not the fact. The fact is it's a force which is acting upon or against your eyelashes, your brain, your nerves right here. It affects, in fact, I can tell you one thing. In fact, that spirit of slumber comes in with a counsel on the inside of you. And the counsel goes this way. Aren't you feeling sleepy? You just get that one single thought, aren't you feeling sleepy? And you kind of say, no, I'm not sleepy. And it's gone off But it's because it's a counsel and it's a voice. It comes back subtly again and it tells you, you might go sleepy. Chances. Even if you're not sleepy, without your knowledge, you end up closing your eyes now. This 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 phenomenon of people, closing their eyes and falling asleep while driving is quite common, and it is 80% of the time it is demonic. I'm not denying that when a human being hasn't slept for the night and then he picks up the car in the morning, that he would naturally be sleepy. That's a different thing. I'm not a and for such a for a person to go sleepy when he is tired, he doesn't have to go into the territories where these demons or the territorial forces have an impact on. It can happen even on a regular road where there is no influence of such demons or forces. So that's natural aspect of it. But this is a spiritual aspect where the supernatural elements come in play. Your question was, how do you fight them? How do you get out of them? Well, if a man is rooted in God, the first thing that he does is he will name the counsel that came to him that said, you might go sleepy. You'll have to say, no, I'm not. You'll have to talk back to that spirit in the name of Jesus. And you have to command to that spirit saying, you spirit of slumber, get away from me. You spirit of slumber, get away from me in the name of Jesus. And I name you in the name of Jesus by the authority that God has given me on earth. Be named and don't bother me anymore. And that spirit has to leave because you used the name of Jesus, which is above all the names. The name of Jesus, which is above all the names. It has to obey. And the spirit leaves you. Okay, now, I was talking to you about, the spirit that I experienced when I came into this place the first time. And I kind of marked that spirit, saying, okay, fine. So there is evidence of a particular force or a spirit, either in this locality or in the place where I am staying. I did not have an evidence in the next 10 days. But then, like the night before, the same spirit or the same set of demons bothered me when I was in sleep. I felt a strong force on me, just the same force that I felt on the first day. I felt it on me, by which I was arrested to the bed, and there was literally an arrest on me on the bed. And every single aspect of communication or the nervous system was frozen, was literally under the force. I have experienced people and forces in the unseen realm when you're at sleep in certain places, not everywhere, but which are harmless. They can do nothing to you except that they can bother you when you're sleeping in your thoughts and in your dreams. Because one thing that human beings do not understand is that Adam was created on earth and Adam was given the authority on earth. So the earth is given to Adam, not to the spirits and the demons. So when the demons or the spirits tread around or walk around the people, they kind of get scared that they can do literally harm them in their body or touch them and do something. They cannot. The problem is you are in the seen realm, they are in the unseen realm. So from the unseen realm, they cannot come and touch a person in the seen realm. Understand that. The forces in the unseen realms, whatever that is, person, ghost, you name whatever, spirit, demons, they do not have the rights to come and touch a person in the seen realm. And even if you sense a presence of such spirits, what you're supposed to be doing is, because Adam was given the rights, the authority over earth and everything in it, you have rights and authority over everything that surrounds you here on earth, because you're Adam's image. You're Adam's descendant. God has bestowed power and authority in you. Now listen, but why do people feel that that somebody is near them? They're choking their head and, they're trying to kill them, or somebody is standing next to me, walking next to me. You feel so scared. See, the matter is that you cannot probably term it as an unseen person. It could be an unseen person, or it could be a demon as well. It could be the territorial forces that applies a force in the atmosphere, in the place where you're in. So what happens is that magnetic force kind of makes you think that you've been choked. Now, I want you to, well, one thing that I want you to understand is thought is a form of energy. The thoughts can be transferred. So the devil, I'll tell you, I'll talk about the science maybe sometime later, some other day when I have time. So when the demons or the forces or the spirits, how they impact people is that they induce thoughts of fear in human beings. And when the thought of fear is ignited on the inside of you, the next thing that happens to you is it's not the demon anymore, it's not the spirit anymore, it's you with the fears that you have built over the years. You might have watched horror movies, you might have read horror stories, you might have heard from people at home, you might have heard from grannies, you might have heard from friends, the narration of all kinds of unrealistic things. Now, these things will now start playing in your mind. Now, what the enemy has done is he just ignited a thought on the inside of you related to fear. And this fear now will literally take on with the deposits of fear, the incidents of fear on the inside of you. And now, as the fear develops on the inside of you, the atmosphere on the inside of you and around you is that of fear. Demons now get a chance to come and tread where you are. So their presence literally brings an electromagnetic force around you. You will be scared to death. People do not die because, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. People do not die because they are, because a demon has come and touched them or squeezed them, because the spirit has come close to them and then sat on them and then tried to kill them. No, they die out of fear because the thought of this demon coming closer to them and then holding their neck and then trying to kill them, and the presence, the demonic presence, the magnetic presence kind of literally produces an intense fear. And because of the fear factor, people die. People even become sick. So it is fear of that person that results in such incidents. It's not the demonic influences or the forces, because Adam was given the authority. And these demons or the forces do not have any rights to tread near you, tread around you, if you use the name of Jesus against them. I hope that helps. I'll probably be back with you with more messages on the unseen realms. God bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you.